Question 7, Exercise 2.4, Chapter 2, Mathematics Class 8th, Linear Equations in One Variable. Hassan buys two kinds of cloth materials for school uniforms, shirt material that costs him rupees 50 per meter and trouser material that costs him rupees 90 per meter. For every 2 meters of the trouser material, he buys 3 meters of the shirt material. He sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit respectively. His total sale is rupees 36,660. How much trouser material did he buy? So at the first glance of this question, we observe that buying and selling is taking place and the particular seller is having a profit and he's dealing with two types of materials. So it is observed that various concepts of mathematics are being used, which we shall describe. So for that, let's read the question again. Hassan buys two kinds of cloth materials for school uniforms. That is shirt material that is costing him this much and trouser material that is costing him this much. So whenever we are dealing with buying stuff, that corresponds to some value in respect to some quantity. So here it says 50 per meter. That is for every meter he spends rupees 50. And for trouser material, for every meter he gives rupees 90. So rate concept is being used here. Now let's move forward. For every 2 meters of the trouser material, he buys 3 meters of the shirt material. So comparison is taking place. That is, if he buys 2 meters of trouser, he also buys 3 meters of shirt material. So ratio is being used because here is a comparison. So whenever you see comparison, so there is a ratio concept being used. Now, he sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit. Well, here are two concepts used. One is percentage, because no direct numerals are given to us. It is given in terms of percentage. And by profit, it means the concept of profit and loss is also used. So overall, four concepts are used, which we have mentioned here. Ratio, profit and loss, percentage, this is short form of writing percentage, this is percent age, and the last concept is used as rate. So we observe in higher standards, various concepts that we have learned in previous smaller standards are integrated in one question so that to give a look of practical problem. Well, these problems are practical in nature. You observe such problems in day-to-day life. Hence, with this initial idea, let's try to solve our question. For that, we shall read statement again. There is no problem in reading statements again and again, just have a clear understanding of the question. Always visualize the problem. That makes our understanding better about the problem and we derive steps in our mind that how we could solve our problem. So, Hassan buys two kinds of cloth materials for school uniform. Shirt material that cost him rupees 50 per meter and trouser material that cost him rupees 90 meter. So we shall write this in our solution in given portion. So it says cost of the shirt material equals to rupees 50 per meter. Here we are writing rate. That is, for every meter, 50 has to be spent in order to buy shirt material by this seller, whose name is Hassan. Also, the same line says, cost of trouser material that he spends is rupees 90 per meter. All clear till this statement? Now let's study another statement. For every 2 meters of the trouser material, he buys 3 meters of the shirt material. It is a ratio concept, but it is not giving the actual quantity. It is giving in comparison. So we write the same. Trouser material, this is symbol of ratio. Shirt material is 2:3. Always bear the order in mind. Do not swap it. That is, trouser material should not be written as a shirt material. That is, this 2:3 cannot be 3:2. If you make 3:2, you have to make shirt material ratio trouser material. So most of the students always make mistake in this part. Always bear order in mind. That is, 2 meters refers to trouser. So we wrote trouser and in respect to that we wrote 2. Similarly, for shirt material that is 3 meters. So shirt materials corresponds to 3. Till this line everything is clear so far. Now, he sells the material at 12% and 10% profit respectively. That is, he is having a profit in selling both these materials for the school uniforms. Now, his total sale is rupees 36,660. Remember, it is the sale, not the cost price. This is the value he got after selling all his quantity that he initially bought. So we wrote the same. Total sale equals to rupees 36,660. Now it is very common understanding that you have cleared in your previous standard that profit always happen when you are selling something higher then you got it. That is, selling price is greater than cost price whenever we are having a profit. Now the last part of question says, or we have to find how much trouser material did he buy, which we are given in terms of ratio. So using these given statements, we have to find how much trouser material did he buy. So with this understanding, our steps should be formed in mind that how we could reach to our destination. That is, ultimately we are given with sale price, that is rupees 36,660. So we cannot equate our equation in terms of cost price. We have to derive all these statements and move forward to their selling price so that we can compare, because you can only compare mangoes with mangoes, apples with apples, horses with horses. With this we mean that selling price can only be compared with selling price. Again, when we will form our equation, then on left hand side and right hand side, both quantities should equate to our selling price. With this idea, let's try to move forward. So we write, let the quantity of material he bought be equals to 2Q ratio 3Q, because these are ratios, not the actual quantity. Actual quantity can be found if we have some common factor, which we usually do in all our questions. So we did the same. By Q, we are assuming our variable to be small letter q, which is initial letter of alphabet quantity. Therefore, we took small q. You can take it any variable that suits your need, because we have assumed total quantity of material he bought. So with the help of that, we can deduce total cost price of these items that he spent. So Hassan's cost to buy both of them would be quantity multiplied with rate, and rate is given to us of each individual material. So with the help of that, let's try to find the cost price of individual items. So that would be addition of two individual items, that is trouser material and shirt material cost. First of all, let's try to find trouser material cost incurred by Hassan. So it would be rate. Rate is rupees 90 per meter. So we wrote the same, rupees 90 per means in division. That is, for every meter he spent rupees 90 multiplied with total quantity, which we have assumed as 2Q meter. Well, again, we must tell you that there is no need to write units while solving, but we want to show you that how mathematics equate everything eventually. That is, we are dealing with cost. So we shall ultimately get our quantity in rupees. Rest of the quantities should be cancelled. For that only reason, we are showing you quantities, and there is no need to write these, but for better understanding while you are in learning phase, you can write it. This thing is very similar. For an instance, if you are told that one candy would cost you rupee 1 and you are buying 10 candies, so total 10 candies price would be 10 into 1, because each candy is for 1 rupee. So here we are only using our concepts of rate. So we wrote the same. Similarly, we are adding shirt material cost because he incurred both of these costs. So it would be shirt material rate. Remember always to write rates of corresponding items. That is, do not write rate of trouser material in place of shirt material. Always keep your mind on the details. That is, each minute detail matters while solving the question. So shirt material, we refer to shirt material. Its rate is rupees 50 per meter. Therefore, we wrote rupees 50 per meter multiplied with the quantity we have assumed as 3Q. So we wrote 3Q meter. That's why we write given portion, so that we can refer to our needs. That is, we do not have to read the statement again and again. This is the only purpose of writing given portion. So with this, we can solve it. Meter get cancelled with meter. Similarly here, meter gets cancelled with meter. Nothing else can be cancelled. So we simply multiply it. That is, 90 into 2Q gives you 180Q. Also rupees is there. Similarly here, 3Q multiplied with 50, or 50 is multiplied with 3Q, it is 150Q, and rupees as it is. Well, that gives us individual costing of both the items. Remember, do not perform extra steps. Always perform the needed steps. Now, you need not to add them because that would not solve our purpose. Ultimately, as we told you in the starting, that we have to somehow lead our question towards selling price, because finally we are given the value in terms of selling price. Since the profits are different for different items, so we need not to add them. This you get with practice and by keeping a note on minute details. Since we have found cost price, now we are in position to find our selling price. That's why we need to find this cost price, and that also individually. Now let's move forward in the question. Since he has bought all the material, Now it is time to sell all the products. In this case, two products, that is shirt material and trouser material, and he is selling them at different profits. So read this line very importantly. He sells the materials at 12% and 10% profit respectively. Keyword here is this respectively. This respectively is an English word which refers to its previous statement. So it says 2 meters of trouser material. So the order this respectively refers to is this. That is, trouser material is sold at 12% profit and shirt material is sold at 10% profit, not the otherwise. If you skip this minute detail, you will get puzzled and you may swap these profits, and ultimately you will lead to wrong direction and your answer at the end would be wrong. So this respectively is an English word which refers to order to its immediate previous statement. Also not this statement, because if you'll consider this respectively for this first statement, then you will go wrong, because shirt material will lead you to 12% profit and trouser material will lead you to 10% profit. That will be wrong because we have to consider immediate previous statement. That's why this question is little bit tangled. This question is a perfect example that you have to keep your attention on each minute detail. So with this, 12% of profit is for trouser material and 10% of profit refers to shirt material. So we wrote the same. Also, his total sale will be equal to his selling price of each item, that is trouser material and shirt material. And in order to find our selling price of these individual items, we are given the hint. That is 12% of profit he gets on the cost price of trouser material and 10% of profit he gets on the cost price of shirt material. So we wrote the same. Here we wrote 112% multiplied with trouser material cost per meter that we have found here. Plus we wrote 110% multiplied with shirt material cost per meter. Due to space issues, we have to write this cost above. It is in same line. It simply means shirt material cost and this means trouser material cost per meter. Now here is a very important concept which you have learned in previous standard, but for a revision we will describe you why we wrote 112% and 110%. For this, let's give you an example. So consider you gave your friend rupees 10 because he was in a need and he promised to return you your money with 50% interest, or in case you will get 50% of profit. So the day came, he gave you rupees 15, but you gave rupees 10. So you have a profit of rupees 5, isn't it? Because you got your 10 rupees back. In addition to that, you got your rupees 5. So what was 10? It was 100% of the money you gave to him. That is, you got the complete money back, plus you got rupees 5. And what is 5 of rupees 10? It is half, that is 50%. So what does this mean? You ultimately got 150%, because if you add them, that is 100 plus 50%, you get 150% of what? Of your initial money that you gave to him. That is 150% of 10. So in case of profit, if you add the profit percentage to 100, you eventually get the complete money. Or if he would have given you only rupees 5, then you would have a loss of rupees 5. That would be loss of 50%. In that case, you would have subtracted 50 from 100. That would be 50% of your original money. That's why we simply add whatever our profit is in 100 in order to get a complete value. That is the only reason we added our profits to 100. Therefore, this is our final equation that we shall solve in order to find our value of Q. With that, we can ultimately lead to our answer. So let's make you understand again. Since total sale, that is total selling price, was given to you, therefore we need to direct our question towards selling prices. Since total selling price was given, so we had to find individual selling price, and in order to find our selling price, we have to find with respect to profit, because profit is always on cost price. Therefore, if we multiplied profit percentage with our cost price, we would get selling price. So that is the basic idea why we did so. And this is the reason why we did not add them, because individual profits were given to us. If the case would be like this, that is complete profit was given, then we could add it. Since the profits are different and because our costs are different, we have to do them individually. Now it is just a matter to plug the values. So total sale is rupees 36,660. So we wrote the same. Equals to 112% can be written as 112 over 100, because percentage simply means anything in compared to 100, that is divided with 100. Multiply trouser material cost we found as rupees 180q, so we wrote 180q per meter because for every meter he gave rupees 180q, plus 110% can be written as 110 over 100 multiplied with, we found shirt material cost as rupees 150, so we wrote rupees 150q per meter. Again, we are telling you, you need not to write units here. We are just telling you that how mathematics get rid of all unwanted quantities and finally lead you to the answer with its actual quantity. The very important thing in this question is to keep an eye on order and write the values of the corresponding parts with its corresponding values. That is, if you write 180 with shirt material cost and 150 with trouser material cost, you will again lead to wrong direction and ultimately your answer will be wrong. So why we wrote 180q here? Because we are referring to this respectively, and this respectively means 12% and it directs to trouser because respectively leads you to immediate previous statement. That's why 180 is associated with trouser material cost with 112%. 10 gets cancelled out with 10. Nothing can be cancelled here. Now here we have two zeros in numerator that can be cancelled with two zeros in the denominator. Also this rupees is common because ultimately this will give you value in rupees. We can cancel this rupees with these both rupees. Also, this meter would be in our denominator, which can be taken as common and transposed towards left hand side. Here it is getting divided up. Here it will get multiplied up. So we are left with 36,660 and transposing meter towards left hand side. On the right hand side, we are left with this term and this term. Let's solve this one. So 18 into 112. How we can solve it in a rough space? With the previous concepts known, let us try to solve it in a rough space. So we wrote 112 multiplied with 18. This 112 can be broken down as 110 plus 2 multiplied with 18 in brackets so that we consider it as same value. This simply means that 18 will get multiplied with 110 and then 18 will get multiplied with 2. Simple so far. Just keep this 0 in your mind. Now if you observe, 11 is getting multiplied with 18 and we have told you many times the easy way to multiply anything with 11 is simple. You write the number. So we wrote number 1 and 8 and in between we have to add the digits. So 8 plus 1 is 9 and now just plug this 0 in the end. Plus as it is 18 to the 36. Add them up. You get 2016. That's simple. So we wrote 2016. But remember, we have 10 in the denominator. So let's make it decimal. How we do so? We have learned in previous standard. Count the number of digits. It is 1. So just count 1 from your units digit. So it will come here. Simply put the decimal here. Also we have q. So we wrote the q. So we have solved this thing. Now let's solve this term. Here we have simple. 11 is getting multiplied with 15q. Again, multiplication with 11. So write the digit as it is. That is 1 and 5. In between, simply add the digit. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So we have multiplied with 11 and we have q as a variable. So we have solved right hand side as well. Now let's try to solve it further. So 36,660 meter on left hand side as it is equal to as it is. Let's add them up. It is simple. 0.6 in the decimal as it is. 5 plus 1 is 6. So we wrote 6. 6 plus 0 is 6 and 2 plus 1 is 3 followed with q because same term with q as a variable, they can be added up easily. Now this decimal, again, if we break it up and we write in fractional form, it will get divided up 10 and we would be left with 3666 on right hand side, and we can transpose this thing in mind towards left hand side. Here it was getting divided up. Here it will get multiplied up. So introduction of 10 has to be done. Now we can cancel it. Since the digit is same, so we cancelled it straight away. That is 3666 are 3666 and simply add number of zeros. And we wrote number of 0 as it is. So we have separated our variable q and its value came as 100 meter. So this is a common factor. And you see the beauty of mathematics. Q ultimately refers to quantity, which we were dealing with length. Therefore, we were left with meter and all other quantities like rupees was cancelled and you are left with only required quantity. So this was the only reason to show you units while solving the question. You may not write it, but our purpose was solved to make you understand how we finally get our units. Now the question was asking how much trouser material did he buy? So only focus on the trouser material. So let's direct our attention towards trouser material. So the trouser material corresponds to 2q. Remember the order in considering ratios. So 2q, simply multiply 2 with 100 because we have found the value of q as 100 meter. So it would be 200 meters. Similarly, if the question would have asked shirt material, then you would have multiplied with 3. But you need not to do it, just do whatever is asked. Although this question took a long time to solve, but you have understand each of the details here. So do not be in hurry to try to solve your answer. Always visualize it and always direct the question towards the given statements and frame the question according to it. With this, we have come to an end of the solution of question number 7th, exercise 2.4, chapter 2, mathematics class 8, linear equations in one variable.